A daring idea: head transplantation. The idea of transplanting a head, of moving a consciousness from one body to another, has captivated humanity for centuries. This concept has been a source of fascination, sparking debates and inspiring countless stories. It's a staple of mythology and science fiction, appearing in ancient legends and modern tales alike. From the gods of old to futuristic visions, the idea has always been present. But could such a feat ever be possible in the real world? The question has intrigued and perplexed scientists and philosophers for generations. The 20th century saw the dawn of organ transplantation, a groundbreaking advancement that saved countless lives and opened new frontiers in medical science. This led some scientists to contemplate the ultimate transplant, the head. The idea was both thrilling and terrifying, pushing the limits of what we understand about identity and consciousness. This procedure, more accurately called body transplantation, involves attaching a head to a new body. It requires unparalleled precision and a deep understanding of both neurology and surgery. Could this be the key to extending life or even cheating death? The implications are profound, touching on the very essence of what it means to be human. The pursuit of head transplantation has been a long and controversial one. It has sparked intense debates and raised numerous ethical questions. Early attempts were met with limited success and significant ethical concerns. The challenges were immense, and the risks were high. Despite the challenges, the allure of this radical procedure has driven scientists to push the boundaries of what is possible. The dream of head transplantation has persisted, fueled by both scientific curiosity and the desire to overcome the limitations of the human body. This is the story of those early pioneers and their daring experiments on animals. Their work laid the foundation for future research, even as it raised difficult questions about the ethics of such procedures. It is a story of both scientific curiosity and the immense ethical considerations that come with pushing the boundaries of life and death. The journey of head transplantation is far from over, and its future remains uncertain. Dr. White and the canine experiments. One name stands out in the early history of head transplantation: Dr. Robert J. White. His work was groundbreaking and controversial, pushing the boundaries of medical science. This American neurosurgeon dedicated his career to studying the brain. His fascination with the brain's complexities drove him to explore uncharted territories in medical research. In the 1950s and 1960s, his focus turned to head transplantation. This was a time of great innovation and experimentation in the medical field. Dr. White believed that by understanding how to successfully transplant a head, he could unlock the secrets of the brain and potentially find ways to treat previously incurable neurological conditions. His vision was to revolutionize the treatment of brain injuries and diseases. Dr. White conducted his pioneering experiments at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. This institution provided the resources and support he needed to pursue his ambitious goals. He chose dogs as his subjects. Dogs were not only readily available for research but also had physiological similarities to humans, making them ideal candidates for his experiments. Dogs were readily available for research at the time, and their anatomy had some similarities to humans. This made them suitable models for studying complex surgical procedures. Dr. White's early experiments focused on perfecting the surgical techniques for connecting the circulatory systems of two different dogs. This was a critical step in ensuring the viability of a transplanted head. He needed to ensure that a transplanted head could receive a blood supply from the donor body. This involved meticulous work to connect blood vessels and maintain proper circulation. These early experiments were met with mixed success. While some procedures showed promise, others highlighted the significant challenges that lay ahead. While Dr. White could successfully connect the blood vessels, the dogs often died within hours due to complications. These complications included issues with blood flow and the body's response to the surgery. There were issues with blood clotting, organ rejection, and the sheer trauma of the procedure. These factors made it difficult to achieve long-term success in his experiments. Despite these setbacks, Dr. White remained undeterred. He was driven by a relentless pursuit of knowledge and a desire to push the boundaries of what was medically possible. He learned from each experiment, refining his techniques and pushing closer to his ultimate goal. Dr. White's work laid the foundation for future advancements in neurosurgery and transplantation, leaving a lasting legacy in the field of medical science. 1970. A two-headed dog. Building on his earlier work, Dr. White took a monumental step in 1970. He was a neurosurgeon with a vision that pushed the boundaries of medical science. He performed a full head transplant on a dog, a procedure that had never been attempted before on such a scale. The procedure involved attaching the head of one dog to the body of another, a complex and delicate operation that required immense precision. This resulted in a living dog with two heads, a sight that was both fascinating and unsettling. The world watched in astonishment and horror as images of this bizarre creature were broadcast around the globe. People were both intrigued and disturbed by the implications of such a procedure. The two-headed dog survived for several hours after the surgery, defying expectations and showcasing the potential of medical advancements. It was able to move its eyes, blink, and even lick its lips, demonstrating some level of functionality despite the radical nature of the surgery. However, the dog was completely paralyzed from the neck down, unable to move its new body. The severed spinal cord prevented any communication between the brain and the new body, a significant barrier that science has yet to overcome. While the experiment was a technical success, it highlighted the major hurdle facing head transplantation: spinal cord reconnection. This remains one of the most challenging aspects of such procedures, even today.